Howdy folks, Nathan Trevor, American Collector, and eBay as a buyer. And this is the second Canadian coin lot I've got recently, and this video should come quickly on the heels of the one I just posted on July 12th. Anyway, we're going to start the video today, and it's going to take quite a while to film it because there's so much stuff. But the first thing I'm going to do is find out exactly how much in face value, because I paid $260, and I'm hoping there's about $150 in face value, but I'm not certain of that. But that was what I guesstimated when I did the search. And check out these pictures, because maybe you can try to guess before before the big reveal. All right, let's get opening. Okay, and this video is already getting super awesome bonus coins inside. Let's check these first. This is too much fun. I don't know what to think. Oh. Okay. Woo. Oh, sweet. I didn't find this one in my last video. Oh, awesome. 1951. Nickel cent. So awesome. Oh, great. And here's some advertisement. San Diego Coin and Bullion. I'm so happy with this purchase. I really hope it's going to be a good one. 1928. Man, these are in great shape. Good coins. So excited. Okay. 1933. So sweet. And 1954, and these are beautiful, and I'm pretty sure all of these will upgrade my book. And here's the invoice. San Diego Coin Bullion, big lot of Canadian cents and nickels, and order total $260.04, and it's a box within a box. Okay, and some loose pennies, some loose nickels, more loose nickels, more loose pennies, and then these pennies are all rolled, and these are all super sweet nickels mostly, but also pennies, cents. So I'm gonna start by sorting out the pennies and just finding out how much we have in total. So this is gonna take some time, and I'll bring you back in when I get one of these first packages laid out, and we can take a sneak peek at some of the coins. And I'm in shock at how good these coins are. George V, 1920s. I mean, these coins are unbelievably good. And this little tube said 31S, and I think it's for dimes. But we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 copper pennies. Mostly King George V, I mean the 6th, but a few young heads. So these are sweet. And 42 George II's in this roll, and I gotta stop doing this because there's gonna be way too much to film. So even though I want to film everything, let me just sort of get to it. And I pulled all the King George V out of those loose coins and stacked them up with the other George V's from these roll. And that's 190 of these awesome Georges. And between Elizabeth and George VI, we got 258. And I haven't even looked for nice ones like this. I just sort of pulled these out last second to sort of show. But deep inside, there are more like that. So good start, and I think I'm going to be off on my face value. It's probably going to be closer to 100, but I'm still hoping for 150. Okay, here's our next loose penny bag. And I put 50, 50, 50, and 40 back away. And we're going to have to keep cleaning up as we go, because it's going to get crazy. And the second bag is much more modern, but there are some copper and a couple rolls as well. Let me check those rolls out real quick. Well, it looks pure copper and a couple real nice looking ones. Let me pull them real quick. A couple of nice 64s, and the rest of these look like young and medium heads. Oh! 1961, USA. So funny. And all copper here, including a nice 63 in the second roll. And 2 foreigns. This is so much fun. And I'm looking for George V, but I think this one definitely only has George VI. A couple of them, but mostly it's just Elizabeth. And I stand corrected. 2 George V just came out of here. And I looked through again, so maybe there's one more, but couldn't see it. And we're currently at $7.71 in total pennies. And that includes 325 more from that little bag, 2 George V, and 323 others, including at least 5 USA, and I'm sure there are more USA and more George V in here, because I really haven't looked. I was just sort of piling them up pretty well. I mean, I haven't looked perfectly. All right, and more cents here. Let's get them open. Okay, and it's $2.50 more, and that brings our total to $10.21. And this is an original bank wrapped roll. Montreal, Canada, Quebec, and it's all copper, and it's the medium head queen, but I think they're all BU, other than some of this damage, but unbelievable, so happy. And these ones I'm going to leave as a mystery, except we'll take this one apart and should tell us the story behind some of these. And it looks like the bulk of these will be George VI and young heads. Yep. And I rewrapped those here. And this bag actually has nickels and pennies. So I'm going to open it, separate the nickels, count the pennies, and then I think that bottom one has some more pennies in it. Okay, most of them say Canadian Canada face, and 3 of them say George VI, and 1 of them says George V circulated. And then 2 broke open in here, so I'm going to pull these out, make sure there's 100 coins, and then we'll count them up. And $15 more. And the ones that spilled open had plenty of King George V. So I think all of these are sweet copper. And George V, George VI, and Elizabeth. And we got way too much sorting to do. This may become 2 videos. Or 3, I don't know. I'll have to do nickels separate for sure. And that brings us to $25.21, and basically exactly a box. And I think there's probably another $4 or $5 worth of pennies there. I estimated anywhere close to $50, so I think it's probably going to be closer to 75 to 100 rather than 150. Okay, folks, I'm going to open up this sack, and it's the best stuff we got. As good as the things you've just seen are, this should be, according to the tubes, a lot of brilliant uncirculated, so let's hope. And this place is big time. That's why they said these don't have much value. When you're dealing in gold and, you know, big time bullion, these kind of coins don't do those shops very good. But they do good for me. And $6.50 more in cents. And some of these are brilliant uncirculated. 64, 64, young head, bird scent, and totally amazing coins here. 69. George the 6th, and more. We'll check them out tomorrow. And that brings us to $31.71. So better than 25, but less than 50. And there's some loose stuff in here. So let's have some fun. Got it all. All right, little trash, 3 dimes, American penny, and 2 quarters. And nothing special for the quarters or dimes, but there's a 1919 Wheatie, straight from Canada, or from a Canadian collection, and I think these are nickel, yeah. Not silver, not silver, not silver, no silver. And 1 more penny makes it $31.72, plus 80 cents. On to the nickels, and they should be pretty easy to count until we get to the bags. All right, but we're gonna go with the rolls first and see what we got. And it's $68 in rolled nickels, and these are probably all awesome, but these ones are all brilliant uncirculated. And I'll pull out a 64 just to show you, but don't really want to mess with these because I never really deal with BU coins. Okay. I can't believe these are all BU. So many of them. And I'm running out of room over there, so I moved over here. And I saw a couple more rolls in here, so let's open this one first. And here it says 20s, George the 5th. 30s, George the 5th, and George the 6th. And in here, I see everything. And that was 30 in the 1930s and 30 in the 1920s, and 40 of these George the 6th. And I'm gonna pull out 10, and I pulled out a couple extra stacks just so I could make 3 more rolls. Okay, along with those 20s, 30s, and 40s, we've got $10.75 more cents, and included these nice looking ones that were in this big tube. 4 more George the 5th that didn't fit in those tubes, and then 7 or 8 of those are Tomback, and I'm sure we're gonna find the 1942, which I need for my collection. So that's 78 in nickels, so we're already at 110 basically. And it's all up to this bag. And here's the final bag, and I did estimate $100 in nickels, so we're gonna be pretty close. And I thought it might have been 50 in pennies, but it was only 31.72. But we're getting close to 150 because money counts up. And very exciting, we've got a brand new BU shotgun roll, never been opened. Ooh. Ooh. I think these are all going to be this sweet Centennial. And these all look to be Elizabeth II. But let's pull them out and count them up. And I actually counted wrong and only counted each of these as $2 instead of $4. So I've got to add 4 more. And now we're at $82.75 in nickels. And surprise, another roll came out. It says 89 to 46, very good. So I think these are probably just maybe the nicest one of every coin, 46 to, yeah, maybe. Maybe. All right, let me pull these out. And I stand corrected. I think they're all 1945. Oh no, maybe not. Anyway, I'll pull them out later. And that was quite a few nickels. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 24.50, 24.60, 24.75, 24.85, 24.90. And that brings us to a grand total of 107.65. And I dropped 1 more nickel, so it's at least 107. So it's at least 107.70, and 107 plus 32 is 140. 140, 22, plus 20 more cents because of the 4 new ones. Unbelievable. We did get to my almost 150 estimate, and if you go 140 times 2, because nickels are worth 10 cents and copper pennies are worth 2 cents, we've already got about 280 in just melt value. And so you can see the tremendous brilliant uncirculated value and the tremendous King George the 5th and 6th value, and we haven't even looked at half of these rolls. So I think we got about a $500 lot, and this seller is amazing. Okay folks, and here's the giveaway. We've got George the 5th 1920 cents, and quite a few of them, and now that we've just got a way more of them in this lot, I'm going to give these away, and I'm going to make sure that every one of my subscribers gets a King George the 5th. So let me open this real quick so you can see what you're getting, and then I'll put them in your envelopes. Okay, and here's what fell out of the roll. So I don't really see that many George the 5ths, but I see some. Let me see if I can find some more. And 30 of them were King George the 5th. So I'm going to find out if I have more than 30 envelopes, but even people who haven't been commenting in a long time are going to get one. And it turns out there's 43 total subscribers who are getting coins so far this season. So I've got to pull out another 14. And I'm going to have to take them from here, which is unfortunate because I wanted to sort of sort through them first. But let me pull out 14 and I'll put them in these envelopes. And that's a wrap for part 1, and we'll see you guys soon for part 2. But thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys. Had so much fun tonight, and I'm going to bed. But tomorrow, I'm going to look at the rest of these. Bye.